right, guys. So a lesson for this week, I just want to recap on those finger exercises and just give a little bit more detail. Remember your trusty friend, the metronome. I'm just going to put it on and just play through this once or twice. Remember, you just start with maybe 100 beats per minute, and then playing quarter notes. Quarter notes meaning you are playing on the beat. All right. So when you're playing this, I want you guys to focus on playing the note as close as possible to the fret, but not exactly on it. The reason for that is you can press a lot lighter with your finger, and the note will sound a lot more smoother, if that makes sense. For instance, if I had to play the note here at the start of the fret, I have to really press hard. Press down. If I press closer to the fret, I can press very lightly. You're welcome to try this out. And so this, of course, applies to any and all chords. For instance, if you play a C, you can even play it quite far away from the, or in the middle from the fret, or move it closer to pretty much just before the end of the fret. Okay, so that'll help you in the long run in just not having to press as hard, and when you don't have to press as hard, you could play a lot faster and a lot more smoother. All right, so I think I forgot to say last time, but I'm using alternate picking, which basically means you alternate between up and down. So when I play more picking things, I play with a harder pick. I use this, it's called a Dunlop 3. It's a small little pick like this. And I hold the pick in my hand pretty much like that, not leaving too much, you're not leaving too much you know, that's pointing out. So you want to also use as less of this as possible, just to make your picking more economic. Okay, so I'm just going to go through this exercise again, just starting on quarter notes. Okay, I know that's as boring as it gets. But when you start, you want to concentrate on just starting well. Get your notes sounding very clear, very nice, and then progress. If you're comfortable with that tempo, you can progress with like 4 beats per minute. But before you do that, you want to play eighth notes. So that's basically playing 2 notes per beat. It sounds like this. Okay, so also try and get the pulses of your picking to be the same, let's say, to sound the same. You don't want one pulse to be, let's say, louder than the other. Try and get them as sounding the same as you possibly can. Okay, so I played 8 notes now, basically 2 per note, but you can also mix it up and just playing the progression faster like this. Okay, and once you got that down, you can play 16th notes, which basically means you're playing 4 notes per beat. It sounds like this. Okay. And then, of course, work your way all the way down to the bottom of the guitar, because as soon as you start playing down here, the position of your hand starts changing also. And you need to also teach your hand how to coordinate and navigate the fretboard when your arm is on a higher spot on the guitar. That makes sense. Okay. And now I want to teach you another variation on this specific model. We call it, it's almost like a crab type of exercise where I'm going to try and get close so you guys can see this, but you play the first note on the first string, and then you play the second note on the string below it. Then coming back up again, you play the third note again on the E string, and then on the 4th fret, you play on the A string again. Can you guys all see what I'm doing? If you guys on screen can just give me a nod. So I'm playing it basically in slow bow, and then I go down and follow that same routine till I get to the bottom. And when I get here, I do that, I just move it up again, and then I return to come back. So I'm playing the 5th fret on the E string, 4th fret on the B string, again the 3rd fret on the E string, 2nd fret on the B string, and then I just continue with that pattern, going up. All right, and of course this you want to do all the way down again. All right, you guys got that? Cool. And so once you got that down, of course, try and do that also on click. You can skip another string. So basically, you skip, I play the 1st fret on the E string, then I play the D string, 2nd fret. Okay, coming back up, 3rd fret on the E, 4th fret on the D. And then I repeat that pattern going down. Okay. What this will help you do is also to become accurate in your picking, your alternate picking, because I'm not even looking where I'm picking. My hand is kind of just through practice started to know where it's at on the guitar. All right, and so of course, once you got that down, I'm just going to move it up to the 5th fret, maybe to help you guys see better. You can skip 2 strings. So that same pattern. Okay. That was a bit sloppy. Let me try that again. You guys get the idea? Okay. Okay. So there's some fun stuff to keep you guys busy. So of course this is really about teaching your left hand to be able to follow what your ear wants to do, and you need to be able to, as I said to the guys just earlier, it's all good knowing your theory and knowing music well, but you need to be able to play what you hear, and you need your fingers to be able to do what you want to play. Okay, and then I taught you guys about the inside outside thing. maybe just a different variation on that is to pick through it. So you can literally just use alternate picking, going through it. So I want you to concentrate what happens if you press really hard playing this with your right hand and your left hand. Play hard here and press hard, and then also try and do it as light as possible. Just mess around, just kind of experiment with that, because it'll help you to just navigate what is the almost the perfect amount of it's not really force, but strength to use in your playing. So play it hard, then play it soft. See how soft you can go. That it still sounds very clear. Can you guys hear that? Okay, cool. Cool. So there's some variations you guys can just keep yourself busy with. I want to leave you just with a cool little exercise that I personally use a lot, just in writing music or just playing around and just messing around with stuff. And I have this theory in music, in just playing guitar, that if you can sing it, you can play it. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll record just a little riff. Again, with my phone, I'm just going to record something now. And then what I'll do is I'll try and trick myself almost to sing something that I probably will not be able to play. Then I'll try and play it. Okay, does that make sense? So I play this, then I try and almost sing something that's just random. You can just go for it. Try and pick something that's really hard for you to play, and then look for it on your guitar. I'm going to see if we can do this. So I'm going to play this, and I'm going to try to sing something, and then I'm going to try and find it on my guitar. Okay, so something that I heard in my head was just this. So I'm going to try and find it. Okay, it sounds pretty much close. And then I'm just going to play it over this and hear what it sounds like. Cool. So that's just a little cool exercise. So play something and record yourself, and then play something basic, and then play that recording back to yourself. Try and sing something that's like, you're probably not going to be able to play this, and try and look for it on your guitar. Does that make sense, guys? There's a guy called George Benson. He's got this technique that's really, it's cool, and it's very useful. And it might be also part of this exercise is to help you to know, or almost to have ear guitar coordination, if I can say it like that. So know where your sounds are. So when he solos, he always sings what he's playing, and it sounds pretty cool. And so imagine if you teach yourself this, you can almost know when you're singing something, it's going to be where it's going to be on the guitar without even playing it. So see, just almost following the scale or just messing around and kind of sing where your fingers are going. Right. That's a cool little exercise, almost just to train your ear to be able to know where the notes are on your guitar. All right. So you can use that along with that previous exercise. Just go ahead and have fun and write something. Write something cool. That's how. That's something I use a lot when writing songs and just riffs and music. I have a lot of fun doing that. All right, guys. So any other questions? You guys are welcome to ask. Maybe is there a question on what I said right now that you guys would like to just lean in on or ask? No. Okay. Then I'm just going to stop the recording for here.